Hello, fellow entrepreneurs. Welcome to my channel where I read and summarize books relating to being a better entrepreneur. I've met no one who I thought was wise who didn't read. I believe reading is essential for those who seek to rise above the ordinary. So today, we'll be learning from Ramit Sethi's book, I Will Teach You to Be Rich. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Why are so many Americans afraid of learning how to invest and save their money? It all boils down to devising a strategy that allows you to complete as little work as possible. This includes learning how credit cards and retirement funds work, automating your finances, and focusing on patient and smart investments. As painful as it may be for financial advisors to hear, the vast majority of people don't need the assistance of a financial advisor to become wealthy. At our age, we should be taking responsibility for managing our money ourselves, from improving our credit to automating our spending, and from investing the right way to planning for big purchases in our lives. This video is broken up into 5 parts. Part 1. Take ownership of your finances. Part 2. Manage your credit. Part 3. Pay off your credit card and build good credit. Part 4. Take fixed cuts off your paycheck. Part 5. Automate your investing. Part 1. Take ownership of your finances. The first thing you should know is that the media should not be used to distract you. There's a lot of financial information out there, and it can be difficult to sort through it all. Furthermore, much of the information available is dull and useless. You should cut back on those lattes, for example, ignores reality and fails to consider the average life of a millennial or Gen Z. We have reason to hold the media and others responsible for not providing us with better investment advice. Taking responsibility for your own decisions, on the other hand, is the most effective way to improve your savings and financial situation. Common justifications, such as our educational system's failure to teach money management, are simply false. Fear of losing money is another common reason for not doing anything with it. Losing money when you're young, on the other hand, is preferable because you have less to lose. You'll have a better idea of how to keep it once you have more. Remember that money is drained from your account while it is sitting in a bank. We all remember the 2008 financial crisis, or what happened during the financial lockdown, when many people made the mistake of withdrawing their funds from the market. Many of these people lacked diversification in their portfolios and made the costly mistake of buying high and selling low. It was easy to blame the government and banks, but the majority of people had never read a personal finance book. The bottom line is that we must take ownership of our issues and begin to address them. Remember that becoming wealthy does not necessitate being a financial expert. Sound budgeting, conscious spending, prudent banking, and buy and hold investment strategies are the best financial management principles. Part 2. Manage your credit. Debt or credit allows us to buy high-value items that we couldn't afford otherwise, such as a home, car, or university education. Debt is generally beneficial if it is used for items that increase in value over the course of the loan. However, if you develop the habit of spending more than you earn, it could have serious consequences. When you don't pay off your credit card balance in full each month, you'll be subjected to high interest rates as well as additional penalties for missing payments. It will take you 13 years to pay off a $10,000 credit card purchase if you only pay the minimum monthly balance. Because the debt is rolled over each month and the interest adds up, the interest alone is around $4,000 per month. You end up paying a lot more for everything. If you had invested the $4,000 at an annual rate of 8%, you would have $27,000 after 13 years. If used wisely, credit can be a valuable resource. Your credit cards can act as an interest-free loan, help you track your spending, and even earn cash bonuses, air miles, and other perks if you use them responsibly, and pay your bills in full every month. The 2 approaches you can adopt to improve your credit utilization rate are: 1. Stop carrying debt on your credit cards even if you pay this off. 2. Increase your total available credit. Ramit Sethi advises opting for the latter, as there are several advantages to using your credit cards on a regular basis. Most credit cards, for example, will extend the warranty on your purchases. After your Apple warranty has expired, your credit card will cover your Apple products for up to an additional year. You don't have to do anything to enable this because it happens automatically with all credit cards and for all purchases. Credit cards also protect you in such a way that you don't always need to be insured. Ramit Sethi, for example, claims that high car insurance is never worth it because your basic car insurance will already cover you. Your credit card will almost certainly cover you for up to $50,000 in damages. Travel cancellations are usually covered by credit card companies for up to $1,000 per year. Part 3. Pay off your credit card and build good credit. Millennials and Generation Z don't require the assistance of a financial advisor to become wealthy. We'll need it to open accounts with a reputable, no-fee bank and then automate our savings and bill payment processes. We'll need to learn about a few things to invest in, and then we'll have to wait 30 years for our money to grow. Getting started, not being the smartest person in the room, is the single most important factor in becoming wealthy. You can spend lavishly on the things you enjoy, while slashing costs on the things you don't. Credit is one of the most important aspects of becoming wealthy, but we often overlook it because it is difficult to comprehend. The first step in creating an infrastructure for becoming wealthy is to establish good credit. Consider this. We almost always make our largest purchases on credit, and people with good credit can save tens of thousands of dollars on these purchases. Credit has far more of an impact on your finances than saving a few dollars on a cup of coffee every day. Your credit report provides basic information about you, your accounts, and your payment history to potential lenders, those who are considering lending you money for a car or a home. In general, it keeps track of all credit-related activities, with recent ones receiving more weight. Your credit score is a single, easy-to-read number that represents your credit risk to lenders. It ranges from 300 to 850. You should optimize your credit card and use it as a spearhead to improve your overall credit to get the most out of using credit. This is especially important in the aftermath of the credit crisis. Even if you have a high income, it may be difficult to obtain an affordable home loan if you don't have good credit. Paying your bills on time is critical, says Craig Watts of FICO. It is, without a doubt, the single most important thing you can do to improve your credit score. Most people should switch from a fee-based to a fee-free credit card, so see what your credit card company can do for you. If they waive your fees, that's fantastic. If you don't already have one, consider switching to a no-fee credit card. Lenders prefer to see a long credit history, so the longer you have an account, the higher its value is to your credit score. If you're in credit card debt, whether it's a lot or a little, you're up against a triple whammy. First, you're paying a lot of high interest on the balance you're carrying. Second, you'll see a drop in your credit score. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, debt can have an emotional impact on you. To pay off your credit card debt, first, know how much you owe on each of your credit cards. Second, make sure you have some money source like a job or dividends coming into your bank account so that you can pay off each card. Third, prioritize your credit cards from highest interest rate to lowest interest rate. Fourth, pay the minimum on everything and tackle the highest interest rate card first. Lastly, stop using your cards, especially if you're the type of person who loves spending. Credit cards are a wonderful gift from the financial gods. They're actually a free short-term loan if you pay your bill on time. They make it much easier to keep track of your spending than cash and allow you to download your transaction history for free. The majority of them provide free warranty extensions as well as free rental car insurance. They're worth having as long as you manage your credit cards well. However, if you don't pay off your bill in full by the end of each month, you'll owe a colossal amount of interest on the balance. Part 4. Take fixed cuts off your paycheck. It's a pain to sit down every month and figure out how much you want to spend on what. That is something that no one wants to do. As a result, Ramit recommends a conscious spending plan. What he means is that you should automatically deduct money from your paycheck and spend it on the things that are important to you. Use 60% of your income to pay fixed costs like rent, utilities, food, and your credit card bill, for example. Then put 10% of your money into stocks, your 401k, or a Roth IRA. Another 10% should be set aside for vacations, Christmas gifts, and other unexpected expenses. This leaves you with 20% of your money, which you can spend however you want without feeling guilty. Automate these processes and payments. For example, every month I save $50, which is automatically deducted from my bank account on January 1st. This way, I guarantee that I save at least $600 per year, and there's no way I'll spend it unintentionally. Removing the need for willpower, as with any habit, makes it much easier to get it right. So, your automated money system must be based on a conscious spending plan with these 4 buckets. 1. Fixed costs, which can be 50 to 60% of your take-home pay. 2. Investments, which can be 10% of your take-home pay. 3. Savings, which can be 5 to 10% of your take-home pay. And 4. Guilt-free spending, which can be 20 to 35% of your take-home pay. Don't put less than 5% of your income into your savings account and 10% into investments. These 2 buckets will form the foundation of your new prosperous life. You'll be able to raise these percentages in no time if you implement a few of the big wins. The importance of automation is that it enables you to learn to live without money. You'll never feel compelled to spend it if you never see it. When it comes to saving money, big purchases are your chance to shine, and to outsmart your clueless friends who brag about not ordering Cokes at restaurants, but spend thousands on large purchases like furniture, a car, or a home. When you buy something big like a car or a house, you can save a lot of money. $2,000 on a car or $40,000 on a house, and your other efforts to save money will pale in comparison. Part 5. Automate your investing. According to Ramit Sethi, automating your finances necessitates selecting specific days of the month for specific financial transactions. Assume you're paid on the first of every month. If this is the case, make sure your rent or mortgage is due on this day. This automation will ensure that you pay off your essential expenses before spending on anything else. Then, on the 5th of each month, set up a direct debit. This should be a regular transfer from your checking to your savings account. On the same day, set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to your Roth IRA. Finally, set up an auto-pay system to pay any outstanding monthly bills on the 7th of each month. This includes making a full payment from your checking account to your credit card. Savings and investment accounts will form the foundation of your new prosperous lifestyle. So let's take a look at some ways to put your money to work. Ramit Sethi offers 3 options for investing your money. 1. Pick your own stocks and bonds. 2. Pick your own index funds and mutual funds. And 3. Invest in target date funds. This is the investing options pyramid. The investing process becomes easier as you progress up the pyramid. The second or third levels of the pyramid, according to Sethi, are the best options for the 99% of people. The apex, picking your own stocks and bonds, should only be attempted by a select few. Because it is difficult for an individual investor to beat the market, Sethi believes this. Time spent trying to outperform the market could be better spent. Even index funds and mutual funds, according to Ramit Sethi, are too much of a hassle for most people. Diversification and asset allocation are taken care of for you with target date funds. The only thing you need to do now is set up your automated money system. Let's say you're planning to retire in 2055. In that case, you can set up a monthly purchase of Vanguard's Target Retirement 2055 in your investment or retirement account. That's all there is to it. There will be no more hassle, and your money will benefit from compound interest. This is an excellent example of passive income that can be used to meet specific savings objectives. For example, if you plan to marry in 5 years, you can begin saving for retirement in 2026. If you asked me to extrapolate the lessons from the book and distill them down to these 3 lessons, they would be: 1. Behavior trumps information. It's less important to know the exact right answer than it is to take action. That's why the book focuses on small, seemingly insignificant actions that gradually move you closer to your goal. For example, opening an investment account but not investing any money in it. Better yet, automate your finances so you don't have to make any decisions at all. 2. Focus on getting things 85% right. You don't have to get everything just right. After you've gotten it to 85%, you can move on. Progress is stifled by perfection. And 3. Spend on what you love. Cut back on what you don't. Spend money or time on something you enjoy. And inversely, if it isn't important to you, then don't waste money or time on it. This wraps up the summary from the book, I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi. Thank you for sticking out through the very end of this video. Nothing helps out my channel more than y'all watching the entire video. These videos take a long time to make, and is a labor of love. If you would like to contribute by buying me a cup of coffee, I'll leave the link below along with a link to this book. And as always, if you like this video, please like and subscribe and watch these videos that might pique your interest. I'll see you on the next one. Until then, keep reading.